Hey guys, very quickly, this is our lesson 9, right? Oh yes. And lesson 9 is centered on the phylum Mollusca. Oh, hooray. Are you ready? Are you excited? As far as Jamb And Waec is concerned, what is it about Mollusca that we should know? So open your two eyes, back down, and follow me as we go together. So I'm going to look at Mollusca from beginning to the end. Yeah, let's go. First, what are Mollusca? The phylum Mollusca is one of the largest and the most diverse groups in the animal kingdom. It is large and there are plenty inside the animal kingdom. And I'd like you not to forget that mollusks are soft-bodied invertebrates. Are they vertebrates? No, they're under your invertebrates. And they are soft body. That's why snail, for example, is under your mollusca. And when you touch your snail, what happens? Of course, they are soft-bodied, right? And they often possess a hard outer shell. And what is it used for? For protection. The outermost shell is nothing but for what? Protection. If you get that very fast with me, bro, understand this, that the term mollusca, either we spell it like this, mollusca, or you see it as your mollusca. It's still the same thing, no? Whether CA or KA is the same thing. Mollusca is derived from a Latin word. And what is the Latin word? The Latin word is called molluscus. Pronounce it with me, molluscus. Molluscus is the Latin word for mollusca, and it means soft. Oh, if they tell you that, get out, you look molluscus, that means they are telling you that you look soft, right? You know, there are some people that if you touch their hand is like that of cement that have solidified. Paco, ajek, paco. All those ones are what? Are they molluscus or they are not molluscus? They are never molluscus. Molluscus is talking about what? Soft. The word molluscus is a Latin word that means soft. And it reflects the soft body characteristics of your what? Of these organisms that we refer to as the what? Mollusca. And I'd like you not to forget this very quickly, that a Waec question was asked in 2007 question 3, and the Waec question all the way says, which of the following is a characteristic feature of the members of the phylum Mollusca? What do they have as their feature? Option A says segmented bodies. Do they have segmented bodies? No, they don't have segmented bodies. Option B say add exoskeleton. It is not all of them that have add exoskeleton that form their shell. No, so I'll give this guy half mark. As you go, you see it. Option C says soft unsegmented bodies. These guys are soft, and they also have what? Unsegmented bodies, making option C to be what? Totally correct. Option D says jointed legs. No, it is your arthropods that have jointed appendages. Don't worry, when we get there, we're going to see shortly. But please, what is the correct answer? They have soft, unsegmented bodies. Option what? C is the correct answer. Does it make sense? Hold on a bit. The complete series of classes, right, as far as your syllabus is concerned regarding your Jamb And Waec, everything has been covered in details for you in the LearnLift app. And guess what? The sweet part is that you have access to your CBT, right? You have access to your video lessons. You have access to your notes. You have access to your past questions. Everything from the beginning to the end is directly in the LearnLift app for you. So all you have to do is just mark down to Play Store or App Store and download the LearnLift app where you follow all your classes from the beginning to the end. A quick one before we move. Let's get back to class. Enjoy. What I go, you understand this very quickly. Let's proceed. I'd like you not to forget, what are the examples of your molluscas? Under the examples of molluscas, there are a couple of them that Jamb And Waec don't play with. Number one is your snail. Snail is what? Mollusca. Another example is your octopus. You have heard of octopus before, but you don't know where octopus belong to. Octopus is mollusca. Before some people will not say that octopus is a chilodermata. No. Octopus is what? Mollusca. Then we have the loligos, the likes of the loligos, loligo, mollusca. Then we also have sepia, mollusca. We also have your mussels. Mussels have shell. Come. If you observe these mussels here, what do they have? They have shell. Your snail also have what? Shell. But you see that your octopus, your loligo, your sepia, they don't have shell. That means it's not all that is under mollusca. It's not all their members that have shell. And you see your clams. Your clams also have shell. You see things like your oysters. Oysters have shell. You see things like your limpets. Limpets have shell. Then you see things like your slugs. Your slugs, they look like snail, but the only difference between your slug and your snail is that snails, they have shell. Your slugs, they don't have shell. Oh, give me the ones that have shell. Now, start from your snail. Do snail have shell? Yes. So snail have shell, number 1. Now, what about your mussels? Mussels have shell, number 2. Your clams have shell. Oysters have shell. Your limpets have shell. These 4 of them, they have shell. What about octopus? Octopus, no shell. Loligo, no shell. Sepia, no shell. Slugs, no shell. Does it make sense? That means some of them have shell, some of them lack shell. And don't forget this. Their characteristic features are very important. Yes, so inside the characteristic feature of mollusca, what should I know? Number 1, they have soft, unsegmented bodies. I gave that to you already. Now, don't forget that members of this phylum that we call mollusca, they have soft body. Not just the fact that they are soft, they also have unsegmented bodies. The ones that are segmented are the arthropoda. Are you getting it now? And don't forget this very quickly. Number 2 is in terms of their tentacles. When we talk in terms of their tentacles, I like you to open your ears and listen carefully. Don't forget that most of their members, they possess tentacles. Oh yes, most of them have tentacles. By that, what do we refer to? Now look at this diagram very quickly. Let me show you their tentacles. Their tentacles are majorly 2. Number 1 is called the oculiferous tentacles. What is it called? Oculiferous. From the name oculiferous, ocular, it has to do with eyes. So the eyes are located in the oculiferous tentacle. May Jamb ask you a question. You go through where? My ear and say you throw where? Anywhere you are, I will look for you. I will take permission from your mommy and your daddy. I will give you, I will first and foremost flog you. You will hear towel from my hand. So put your ear, maybe hear me, you. Yeah, let's go. The oculiferous tentacles is number 1 of the tentacle that you see. Then that's why we say that they have tentacles. Number 2, they have your tactile tentacles. What do they have? Number 2, tactile what? Tentacles. What are the 2 tentacles there? Oculiferous tentacles and the what? The tactile what? Tentacles. If you get that very fast. Number 3, they are shell. So what is their shell used for? First, the bodies of most mollusks are covered with shell. E.g., your giant land snail. You have seen snail now where people go and be picking snail right ahead. All those giant land snail, all those big ones, they are called achatina. What is it called? Achatina. Ay. What are they called? Achatina. Come on, achatina. Hey, achatina. Your giant land snails are called your achatina. Are you getting it now? So when it comes to creating an account, right? This is the interface of the app that you can see. You can see create account and you can also see login. Now, what you do is this. As a new user, you don't have an account yet, so you don't need to go and log in. You go and create an account as a new user. Click on that create account button. Once you click on it, the next thing is put your phone number. Place in your phone number. You can see +234. Then put your phone number, whatever your phone number is. If you don't have phone, you can use your mommy's phone number and put it there, right? Or your daddy's phone number. Use it, and then you can proceed and create the account. So let's go. So once you create the account, you are putting your phone number. What happened? Put your name, your correct phone number, please. Put your name. If your name is John, what do you fill in there? John. And then your last name, Frank. Fill in John Frank. And what's your email address? Okay, if your email address is johnfrank3@gmail.com, you fill it there. And then your password, very important. You create your own password, 6 digits. You can use your phone number, the first 6 digits of your phone number, or the last 6 digits of your phone number. Or you can, okay, since your name is John Frank, you can say, okay, my password name is John, right? John 123. And then you go and repeat the same thing, confirm password. What will you type there? Your John what? 123. You can decide to view it to yes or and then see whether you are doing the same thing, whether what you are doing is correct, right? All you have to do is just click the I button there and then you view it. And then come to select education. You are preparing for Jamb or Waec. In select education, there are 4 plans there. University, that's for people that are in university. Probably 100 level, 200 level, right? Yes, their classes are also there. Secondary, for those in secondary school, primary. But for Jamb and Waec, Baba, click Waec Jamb Utme, right, as the select education. Select level. You are not preparing for Utme, you are preparing for Jamb And Waec, right? Okay, click on the what Jamb And Waec, and then create your account. 2 seconds. Pass, you don't enter. It will load and then it will open for you, and it will tell you, welcome John, right? Your classes are now what? Ready. What do? Start learning. Of course. And don't forget that some mollusks do not have shells, but some have shell. Like your giant land snail that we call Achatina. Do they have shell? Yes, they have shell. Which ones don't have shell? I've given you under their examples already. Don't forget that octopus, no shell. Squids is another example that have no shell. Come, let me show you. Now, I told you that octopus, they don't have shell. Your squid don't have shell. And finally, somebody now says, sir, is it the squid that they used to act Squid Game? They play. Look at this. This is your octopus. Octopus, no shell. Your squid. This is your squid. Squid, no shell. Are you getting it? Squid is also an example of your mollusca. And don't forget this very quickly. 1987 question 13, jam pass question that they asked. Which of the following is not a characteristic of snail? Option A says bilateral symmetry. Option B says chitinous exoskeleton. First, snails, they have bilateral symmetry. Chitinous exoskeleton, I don't know. Option C says muscular foot. Snails have muscular foot. Option C says soft unsegmented body in a mantle. You are correct. You have soft unsegmented body that is inside your mantle. Now, chitinous exoskeleton, is that what snail have? No. Snails don't have chitinous exoskeleton. Option what? B is the example, is the answer there. Which of the following is not a characteristic of snail? Chitinous exoskeleton. Oh, they don't have chitinous exoskeleton. Rather, what they have is calcareous exoskeleton. Aya, Sapi, explain some more. Don't forget is that snail have calcareous. Pronounce with me. How do you pronounce it? It is calcareous. Your calcareous exoskeleton is what makes their shell to be hardened. Why? Because it contains your calcium carbonate. Oh yes. So calcium carbonate is what gave rise to your calcareous exoskeleton, not chitinous. Chitinous exoskeleton, you see them in things like your arthropods. Are you getting it? So chitinous exoskeleton, you find them in your arthropods, like your insects. But your calcareous exoskeleton, that's what you see in your mollusca, like your snails. Does it make sense? Very important. Get that very quickly with me. Answer this Waec 2011 question 5. The question says, which of the following mollusks do not have a shell? The one when you get shell. Option A say land snail. These guys have shell. Option B say octopus. Octopus, no shell. Option C say clams. Clams have shell. Option C say oysters. Oysters have shell. What is the answer? Of course, octopus. Option B is the answer. If you get that, please, what is the representative member of your mollusca? The representative member of mollusca is called your giant land snail. The one we call Achatina. Achatina species is your giant land snail, which is the representative member of your mollusca. Sir Peter, what should I know there? Number one is their body structure. When we talk in terms of their body structure, pay attention. These are the jam pass questions. In terms of our body structure, their body is soft, not just soft alone. It consists of 3 main parts. Yes, so what are the 3 main parts that they have? Number 1 is called the head. Number 2, somebody is not saying thorax. It's not thorax. It is the large muscular foot. The head, the muscular foot that is large. And number 3 is called the visceral mass. The visceral mass is also called the hump. Oh, what are the 3 things? The head, the large muscular foot, and the visceral mass or hump. The head, the large muscular foot, the visceral mass or hump. Everybody wants to go. The head, the foot, and the visceral mass. Can I call it like that? Yes. The head, the foot. The foot is the what? The large muscular foot. And the mass, there is what? The visceral mass, which is the what? The hump. You get that very quickly with me, bro. Look at this diagram. Let me show you fast. From this diagram, you can see that they have what is called the head, right? The whole of this region there from the head. Number 2 is the what? The muscular foot. These guys here are forming the muscular foot. You can see that the head continues as the muscular foot. And then they now have what is called the what? This guy here that you have here, this is the shell there, abi? Powerful. These are the three things that you see there. Inside the head, there are two prominent things in the head. Number one is the tentacles that they have. The tentacles are two. Either the oculoferous tentacle or the tactile tentacle. And then they also have the what? The mouth. So the two things they have, number one is the tentacle and the mouth forms the head. Tentacle and the mouth form the head. Oh, Sapita, what about that eye? You know, they see that eye is a part of the oculoferous tentacle. You feel that? Number two is the what? The muscular foot. This is the muscular foot there, right? And then you can see the giant shell that they have. If you get that very quickly with me, answer this question for me. 1989 question 12. The question all the way says the body of a snail is divided into option A, head, thorax, and abdomen. That's not true. Option B says your visceral mass and abdomen. They don't have abdomen, so they have visceral mass. That's not still true. Option C says thorax and foot. That's not true. Option C says your visceral mass and foot. Among all the options, the one that is close is the visceral mass and what? Foot. So what is the answer there? Option D become the correct answer. But please listen and listen carefully. The reason is this: the body of your snail, right, is soft and unsegmented, and it consists of three parts. What are the three parts? Number one is called the head, right? Number two is called the large muscular foot, and number three is called the what? The visceral mass or the what? If you get that very quickly with me, no stress. Now let's start and look at them one after the other. Let's start with the head. Now that you have created your account, right, for you to start learning, what do you do? Okay, you can see that your use of English is there, mathematics is there, biology is there, physics is there, chemistry is there. Your classes are organized, they are all there for you, right? What do you do? Okay, I want to start learning biology. So click on the biology, immediately you click on it, living organisms, that's chapter 1, right? Oh yes, that's strictly to your Jamb syllabus. And what happened? Let's say, for example, you want to watch your class on cell and probably cell structure, right? What happens is that you click on it. Immediately you click on it, you see all the classes will display history of cell, types of cells, cell organelles, and all of that. Okay, sir, I want to watch history of cells. You click on the history of cell immediately. Hello, friends. Your class will start playing for you. It's easy and it will start playing for you easy and direct. And what happened? You can even choose to make it full screen. Right? Make it full screen. What happens? You are started learning and you are enjoying your classes. In fact, you may choose to say, okay, I want to download my classes. In fact, you can fast forward, you can take it backwards, you can pause, you can rewind, anyone you want to do. You can even say, oh, sir, I want to download my classes, right? Probably you use Nightsub just to click on download buttons. When you click on download button, you see the download. Before you know what will happen, the download will start loading. As it starts loading, you can see it is moving. And then it's enter your phone. Are you getting it now? You can now go and start watching your downloaded classes. You can download as many classes as possible as you want to download. Now, you can even choose to say, okay, sir, that's the notes underneath it. It's the same thing for everything. I want to download my notes. All you have to do is click on the download for your notes. Before you know what is happening, it has entered your phone. You may choose to come to the notes, right? Under the characteristics of living things, let me open the notes and read the notes and go through the past questions. So you see, well organized and structured notes, direct to the points, focusing on your syllabus for you. There are past questions for you in abundance. You see, you have your past questions here. You can choose to say, okay, I want to zoom it in, right? And then the same thing for all subjects, and you are following. The answers are there. Number one answer is B. Why is the answer B? It is explained for you in details, every singular thing, and then you are following your classes. You are done with that. You come to the next. You see your notes, everything structured and organized to the core. In fact, at the end of the day, there is a blow kiss for you. You have done well. Get out, you too much. Everything is structured and organized for you in the app, right? And you can now choose to say, okay, sir, what about chemistry classes or physics classes? You can do same. Use of English, all of them, they are there. When you click on your chemistry classes, what happens? Separation of mixtures and all of them are in line with your Jamb syllabus. Chemical combination, right? You just go straight. You see, chapter 1 alone has 39 videos. 39, you sit yourself down, and you start learning. And you are following all of them one after the what? Other. Does it make sense? Are you with me? When you want to access your download classes, all you have to do is just scroll down, right, on your home interface. Go to your access your download classes. Start now. You start. You see them, right? In fact, you may even choose to go and practice CBT, right, or past question. Let's say, for example, I go to my CBT, the one that has to do with my my biology. Then I want to take all the questions on that cell, probably your WAEC cell or the Jamb question on it, right? Just to click on it. So you see, all the questions are there. There are 40 questions there for you already. All of them on that cell. What happened? Which of the following cell inclusion can destroy other cell organelles? Probably you now say, oh, Sam, answer is lysosome. You choose it, you go to next like that. At the end of the day, you see your answer, see your corrections. All of these things are in the LearnLift app directly for you. Are you with me? So as far as your Jamb 2025 is concerned, my dear, you don't have an excuse whatsoever to have anything less than 300. Are you with me? All your classes are available for you. All you have to do, start learning now.
Download the LearnLift app now.
What can we say about the head of your snail? When you look at the head of snail, it is fused to the foot, and it is anterior. Anterior is the head, and it now fused with the what? With the foot, and the foot is posterior, and it consists of two things. Number one is the tentacle, and number two is the mouth. So the two things that make up the head are the tentacles and the what? The mouth. Oh, Sir Peter, bust me and talk to me. In the tentacles, what do we see? Look at this diagram very quickly. From this diagram, I've explained that the tentacles are two. Number one is called the oculoferous tentacle that contains the eye. And number two is the tactile tentacle. We said that the head of your snail is made up of two things. The tentacles, which are two, as well as the mouth. This is the mouth there, right? Very simple. And the whole of this guy like this, the whole of it like this, what will they form? They will form what is called the what? The head. Does it make sense? Oh yeah, let's go together. And don't forget very quickly with me that if you are looking at the tentacles, which is one of the two parts that is in their head, tentacle and mouth, let's dwell on tentacles. The tentacles are two pairs of retractile organs. So the tentacles are two pairs of retractile organs. So the two retractile parts form the tentacles. And what are the two things that form the tentacles? Number one is called the lower, shorter tactile tentacle. The lower one is still the shorter one, and it is tactile. When you hear the word tactile, the word tactile means it has to do with touch. So it enables the organism or the snail to touch or be aware of the environment because it contains tactile organs. Are you getting it? So the lower, shorter tactile tentacle is number one. And don't forget that we have said it that it contains two pairs of retractile tentacles. That means the two tentacles are retractile. That means they can retract. If you go and touch snail, what will happen? It will withdraw itself. The tentacles are retractile. Are you getting it now? And number two is the upper, longer oculoferous tentacle. The upper one is the longer one, and it is oculoferous, meaning it contains the eyes. Okay, let's dwell on the first. That is the lower, shorter tactile tentacle. What do we say about it? It is anteriorly placed, and it has what? Sensory function. Because it is tactile, it has to do with your senses, right? And then it responds to touch. That's the tactile. And then the second part is the upper or the longer oculoferous tentacle. That's the one that contains the what? Eyes. And don't forget that it is posteriorly placed with what? Black eyes at the tip that is used for sight. Which one contains the eyes? It is the upper longer oculoferous tentacle. Oh, Saprita, show me. Let me show you so that you will see it. From this diagram, wow, what can you see there? Number one, eyes. These eyes are part of the oculoferous tentacle. If you see the oculoferous tentacles, what happened to them? They are the ones that are longer. They are longer. They are the upper ones and they are the longer ones. Which ones are the lower ones and the shorter ones? They are the tactile what? Tentacle. Simple. That's all you're out of there. If you don't understand this thing, when you enter inside hall, you go, yeah, when I probably chillax, maybe you understand that. Another important thing I'd like you to know is this. Your JAMB 1998 question 20, the purple question say, what is the function of the lower, shorter tentacle of a giant land snail? That's the tactile one, bro. Option A say respiration. Option B say sensory detection. And then option C say movement. Option D says digestion. What is the answer? Of course, sensory detection, because they are the ones that have to do with tactile. That makes option what be the correct answer. Get out. That's all. No stress. 2008 question 23. The question say, what is the location? What is located at the tip of the upper longer tentacle of a giant land snail? What is located at the tip of it? Is it the taste buds? Never. Is it the respiratory pores? Never. Is it the eyes? Yes, or it is the suckers? They don't have suckers. What is the answer? Option what? C is the correct answer. And you are out of there, baba, no stress. If you get that very fast with me, bro, they also have what is called the mouth. And where are the mouths? The mouth is in the ventral location. So the ventral mouth is equipped with how many lips? 3 lips. That's all you should know. And from this diagram, you can locate the mouth, only you, right? Underneath the tactile tentacle. That's where you have the mouth. And don't forget this very quickly. And they also have the foot. What are their foot used for? The foot is muscular. The foot is soft. The foot is long. The foot is what? Wide. And don't forget this, that it is kept moist by its own secreted slime. So they secrete slime from the mucous gland that keeps them what? Moist. Right? Very quickly. And another important thing very quickly is from this diagram, without even going much, only you can locate the foot. You know the foot. There are 3 things. We have looked at the head. We are looking at the foot. After the foot, what is the third part? The third part is called the visceral mass that will form the shell. But before we go that, answer this powerful question for me. 1998 question 21 WAEC question. The question all the way says, the head of a giant land snail is fused to which part of its body? Is it fused to the shell? Aya. Is it fused to the foot? Is it fused to the visceral mass? Or it is fused to the tentacle? It is fused to the foot. Option what? B is the correct answer. The head is fused with the what? With the foot. That's it. And you're out of there, bro. If you understand that, please. There are pores that we see in your giant land snail. The one we call your chatina. What are the pores? Number 1, they have genital pore. Genital pore is located near the mouth. I will show you. Near the mouth is the genital pore. Number 2, the respiratory pore. This is number 1, genital pore. Number 2, respiratory pore. Number 3, anal pore. They are found in the mid-upper region of the foot. Respiratory and anal pore. So they have 3 pores. Genital pore, respiratory pore, anal pore. Sir, show me. Number 1 is called the genital pore. You see the genital pore, right? Located close to the mouth. That's where you have the genital pore. Number 2 is called the respiratory pore. Respiratory pore. Number 3 is called the anal pore that give rise to the anus. These are the 3 major pores that they have. You understand that very quickly with me? Answer this 1988 question 5. The question all the way say parasitic form are not found among which one is not parasitic? Option A, platyemite, parasitic. Option B, nematode, parasitic. Under platyemite, that's where you have your tapeworm, right? Yes, so parasitic. Nematode, parasitic. All of them will deal with parasitic. Option C say mollusc. They are not parasitic. Option C say annelids. Annelids. Which of the annelids are parasitic? You know you have your oligochaetes, your polychaetes, and your uridines, right? In your annelids, you have the oligochaetes, you have the polychaetes, the oligochaetes, and the uridines. In the polychaetes, that's where you have the TRL, your tubeworm, your ragworm, your lobworm. In the oligochaetes, that's where you have the earthworm. But in your uridines, that's where we have the one you call your leech, the medicinal leech, Irudo medicinalis, the one that feed on people's skin and then blood now start gushing out and they have anticoagulation agent. Those guys are parasitic. So annelids are parasitic. So which ones don't have parasitic form? Mollusca, option C, don't have parasitic form. If you understand that, that means you have done well for yourself. And guess what? Please don't forget this very quickly. The molluscs generally, like your snail, they are their members, your slugs, etc. They are not parasitic. Parasitic forms, you see them in your platyemites, like your tapeworm, nematode, like your hookworm, right? Annelids, the leeches in your annelids are parasitic. If you understand this, you have done well for yourself. I'll see you in the next class. We are going to be looking at the parts of a snail and their functions. For the now, peace out. hope you've enjoyed this class. Guess what? To follow up for more classes, just download the LearnLift app, whether on Play Store or App Store, and then follow up your classes. You must do extremely well. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.